Hello, mortals. I am the BookTube Goddess, the #1 drag queen booktuber on YouTube. Now, I recently saw a tag on Books and Bowtie's channel. It was called the Unpopular Opinion tag. Apparently, it's been around forever, and it was created by the book Archer. So anyway, I really liked the tag, so I thought I would go ahead and do it, even though it's been around for a while. Prompt 1, a popular book or series that you didn't like. Well, that's easy. Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. This is that gay romance about the son of the first female president who has an affair with a prince from England. And I shouldn't say everyone, but a lot of people really raved about it. I've seen booktubers cry, literally, while reading it. But I just thought the plot was weak, and I'm coming to the conclusion that this happens to me a lot in a lot of romance stories where maybe I'm just not seeing the plot.
Because I have a heart of stone.
What I read as nothing happening except self-indulgent wallowing in emotions, others see as character progression, so I guess there's that. Anyway, I stand by my opinion that it is a weak storyline, though I appreciated some of the lusty, softcore sex scenes, and I did like the characters. But the story itself, hollow fluff. Oh, Hollow Fluff was my drag name in high school. Prompt 2, a popular book or series that everyone else seems to hate, but you love. Well, I'll go with the Hunger Games prequel, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I think most booktubers have panned this book, but I enjoyed it. Was it the greatest book ever? No. But here's the thing. This is an anti-hero novel. You are not supposed to like the main characters. Let me say it again. Coriolanus Snow, the main character, is not supposed to be a likable person. He's supposed to be weak, insecure, self-righteous, greedy, and not a very good friend. That's what anti-hero stories are all about. You're reading about a villain. So mostly I hear about how awful Corio was, but that's what I liked about it. A different perspective. Prompt 3, a love triangle where the main character ended up with the person you did not want them to end up with. Warn people for spoilers. Okay, warning, there's a spoiler coming up. Well, I guess I'll just say the Daevabad trilogy, the triangle between the main character Nari, the heroine, Dara, the ancient misunderstood Jinn warrior, and Prince Ali. There's a hate-to-love romance with both of them, and you kind of know she's going to end up with Prince Ali, but doesn't part of you kind of wish she ended up with Dara? I don't know. I'm not crazy about love triangles to begin with, and that just happens to be a series fresh in my mind. Prompt 4, a popular book genre that you hardly reach for. The aforementioned romance. But again, I'm coming to realize that I think the plots and romances are somehow invisible to me because I just don't see the story progression. Now, romance subplots are fine because it supports the main plot and it enriches the relationships like in the Daevabad trilogy. But when the story is only about the romance, I feel like it just drags and I feel like I don't get it. Prompt 5, a popular or beloved character that you do not like. Well, I wasn't a big fan of Kaz Brekker in Six of Crows, that duology. He was supposed to be 17 years old, but he read like he was in his 20s or 30s, and his personality seemed kind of one note to me. Even though he had these dramatic flashbacks, I wanted him to have more dimension. And I know I keep comparing it to The Lives of Locke Lamora, but the main character there, Locke Lamora, had a dry wit and a more complex personality. Even though he was still dark and brooding, he had a lot of dimension. Prompt 6, a popular author that you can't seem to get into. Well, the one I'm thinking of is Holly Black. And I don't know why I can't get into her writing, because when I read her, I've just read a couple things, she's technically a good writer, but I just haven't been able to get into her stories. Her plots just seem a little bit contrived to me. For example, in the Magisterium, her middle grade book she wrote with Cassandra Clare, technically I thought it was well written and structured, but it seemed to be written by the numbers. There was a little twist at the end, which you can kind of see coming, but I was just...
Meh.
After reading it, I had no desire to continue this series. Prompt 7, a popular book trope that you're tired of seeing. Examples include Lost Princess, Corrupt Ruler, Love Triangles, etc. Well, I dislike love triangles. Of course, there's an exception to every rule, but I'd rather not see them. Also, I don't really like love at first sight, which I realized I really didn't like after reading Twilight and Midnight Sun. And this may be controversial, and I'm not sure if it's a trope, but tokenism, holding a gay or racial minority or whatever character just for the sake of it. At least make that character important to the plot in some way, please. And don't have it just a friend that happens to pop up in a couple of chapters or scenes and then disappears. It's kind of obvious when you see it. If you leave a book and think, that was a cool character, the author did it right. But if you leave a book thinking, why was that character even there? Then, for me, I get kind of annoyed. And I see that happen more in young adult and middle grade novels. Like it's obvious the author is thinking, oh, I need to have diversity and inclusion, so they just tack it on, which really makes it stick out like a sore thumb. Prompt 8, a popular series that you have no interest in reading. Usually, I'm interested in at least giving a series a try. I'll at least try the first book. Oh, I know. 50 Shades of Grey. I have absolutely no interest in reading it. So, 50 Shades. Prompt 9. The saying goes, the book is always better than the movie, but what movie or TV show adaptation do you prefer more than the book? Okay, I've gotten this question before, and I'm going to have the same answer. It is an obscure book and kind of an obscure movie, but Travels with My Aunt. The movie had a tour de force performance by Maggie Smith when she was in her prime. She had an Academy Award nomination for her performance, and the movie won an Academy Award for costume design. If you're into that kind of thing, I am. The costumes are great. It's about an older woman named Augusta who shows up at her sister's funeral and meets her nephew Henry, who is a banker who thought his aunt was dead. Then Augusta kind of tricks Henry into going with her on a trip to Paris, and along the way, Henry realizes that Augusta has a rather colorful criminal past, and the trip isn't quite the innocent trip he thought it was.
Travels with My Aunt, starring Academy Award winner Maggie Smith in a stunning new performance as the indomitable Aunt Augusta.
Tell me, Henry, what do you actually do at the bank?
Oh, well, I'm the man with all the keys.
Oh, then you could rob the bank.
Yes, of course.
Here is the story of a fabulous dame who brought style, class, grace, and beauty to smuggling, hustling, gambling, and swindling.
£50,000. My man in Paris will exchange them for dollars.
Paris? But, well, I'm not accustomed to foreign travel. Well, my dahlias.
Pack, Henry.
Pack.
Oh my gosh, I have seen this movie so many times. I love it so much. So anyway, I heard the movie was based on a book by Graham Greene, who wrote The Quiet American. So I got the book, and it was so disappointing. It is really much more disjointed than the movie, so I don't recommend the book at all. But if you have a chance to see Travels with My Aunt, I highly encourage you to check it out. So I guess I'll tag some people. I'm really late to this tag, so hopefully these people haven't done it already. But on the off chance they haven't, I'll tag Break Even Books, who I know loves doing book tags. I'll tag Fictional Fates. Does he even do tags? I don't know. Will he even see this tag? I don't know, but I hope he does it. And I'll tag Allie Daniel, who was another host in the Autumn Essentials Readathon. Hey, Allie. So please like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell, do all that good stuff, and until we meet again, may all the books you read be blessed.